Hello everyone, I'm out here with Kitty. Thought I was gonna have to water today, but you don't want to overwater. That's one of the worst things you can do. Of course, you don't want to underwater either, but you want to try to get it just right. The best way I can tell, you can see I've been digging around down in there maybe, is if you can dig down, and this is loose enough to just do it with like my fingers. If you can dig down at least 6 inches and it feels moist to that point, they don't need water. And I felt like I could feel moisture, you know, so far down. And trying to keep up with these cages, boy, these are tomatoes are growing so fast. I'm getting some of them I've had to almost break to get back in there. That I didn't, you know, anticipate them growing. And that's what the rainwater's doing, is making them grow fast. What was that? But everything's looking good. I'm not going to do really an in-depth update. You can just tell by looking at them how much they've grown over the top of these cages. Now, I think it was it last year? It was last year or the year before. I had like, it was the year before last, I think. I had like 9 of my tomato plants get broke because I had them out here in the driveway, you know, hardening them off to the sun. And came a big storm real quick and knocked a bunch of them over, and it broke some of them. And so I had to buy some, and I put them all over here. And I put all mine, and I grew from seed, you know, on over. The ones I bought, they kind of looked almost like these two here that are affected by the weed killer. Also, I sprayed insecticide over there. But anyway, they looked really bad compared to mine, so that just made me want to keep growing mine from seed. And you can see how good they're doing. They're just getting started too. I mean, these are, the way they're growing, they'll probably grow quite tall. And then, you know, after a while, the vines will just start to kind of fall over and stuff, which that's fine, you know. Like I said, they're vines, so they'll do that. But I'm getting some decent tomatoes growing. They're starting to get bigger and stuff. Can't wait to try some of these pink German ones. They're all over. They're all over through here. Here's one too. But there's plenty. I mean, I'm not going to go point out every tomato, but there's plenty of blooms. See blooms everywhere. I'm getting good pollination. I notice a lot of them are wasps. I got my bee motel over here. There's some black bees in it, but I don't think there's a whole lot in it yet. I just had to pull a bunch of these branches. They were sticking out. You know, you want them to be, like I said, within the cage, you know. So I had to pull a bunch of them. I hope I didn't break them all. That one's already too far, I believe. Let's see if I can get it over here. I think I can without breaking it. You want it inside. So, come on. Come on. I need that other branch in there. They'll be a little floppy for a little bit after doing that, but they'll perk back up. So, yep. Try to keep them in there the best you can. So, there's some tomatoes, and there's banana peppers growing. There's going to be a bunch of them. Bell peppers are just starting up. I can see several back here. I don't know how good you can see that though. There's several on this one right here. Yeah, there's going to be lots of peppers. Maybe these don't grow real tall. The ones I had last year grew really tall. Looks like there's going to be plenty of banana peppers. I'm needing to do this grass. I keep saying that because it's taking some of the nutrients out of this soil. I guarantee you that. I may have to give them some kind of nutrients. I've got organic ones. I may have to give them some kind of nutrients before it's over with. You don't want to overdo that, though. This one needs in here, but it's not all the way yet. Sorry, I was pointing that towards the ground. Now that one's not tall enough to keep through there. So, green beans are growing, you can see. Starting to train them up through here on this trellis. This is all wound around here. Okay, carrots looking good. Dill. Like I said, I think it was this soil's too hot for the basil and stuff I put down there. And I didn't plant it too deep because I planted twice. The first time I thought I planted it too deep, and that's that empty space right over there. And but I think it's because this has fertilizer in it, this soil with all the perlite and stuff in it, the white stuff. I don't like these things here growing in. Take over after a while if you don't watch it. There's one. They mowed our yard. This is Wednesday today. They mowed our yard last Wednesday, so maybe they'll do it today or tomorrow. I think they would have already been here if they were going to do it today, though. This stuff here also is another pain. It grows and grows. I mean, I've pulled, I don't know how much of this out of here. Tons of it, seem like. I think I think these will do fine without pulling some of them up. We'll see. Just keep an eye on them as they grow. I don't know if they'll crowd each other out too bad or not. I'm trying to keep all this grass from under here growing. It grows fast too when it rains. Just gotta keep on it best you can. Okay. Radishes, like I said, there's probably plenty of them here that are already ready. I'm waiting when Joy goes over to Mom's, I'll give her some. And then the next time we have salad night, we'll have some in our salad. Pulling some of this grass up around this lettuce. Spinach is looking good. And like I said, these will be like little heads of romaine. This is leaf. And then those will be some type of a head too, kind of like romaine as well. So I might even be able to plant a second time towards fall if I want to. More lettuce and stuff. More lettuce, more radishes. They grow so fast that you can have multiple, harvests. All right. It's humid out here. How you doing there, kitty? You taking a nap? Hmm? I need to get a drink of water. You doing okay? Huh? House plants are starting to look a little bit better. I put some plant food sticks in them. It takes a while for those to dissolve. All these are looking pretty good. Looks like the tomatoes are trying to grow despite there's obviously been some where I sprayed some ants in that one. But it's affecting this one too. I don't know why. There shouldn't be any in that one. I don't know. I don't know why that one looks like that. Maybe it'll come out of it. But it's starting to get some decent looking banana peppers on here. And then there'll be peppers too, regular bell peppers. Let's see how the flowers are doing. Well, is there a million more ants here today? Y'all remember? There's some of the dead ones. And you can still see they're right there though. Y'all can see that. Not as many, but still there. I'll have to spray more. I'm making a dent in them. That's crazy how many there's been. I need to get some of that gel. I need to bring one of those out here. Gel bait thing. And supposedly they take it to the nest. Where they got that hole nice and cleaned out, the chipmunks do down there. These here are pretty. These are gonna be nice, all these. I don't know what kind of flowers they'll have on them, but we'll see. And this one's doing great still. There's still some growing of the red ones. These will bloom probably, I think they don't bloom until like fall or somewhere close to that. Okay, kitty. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna go get one of those. I'll show you those bait stations. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's got this gel stuff in it. You gotta take this foil off. Throw it away. Now, it's got these little, I don't know if it'll focus on that good or not. I got my sunglasses on. You can see that, I hope. Got a little place where you can go in. Little places. So, I guess I'll just set this on this ledge. That's too big for it. That's too big. Let's see if they start going in it. There went one in it. Once one goes in there, they leave their, whatever they call them, pheromones or whatever, and the others will be able to follow. That's why how they know where to go. I think they'll be going in at any time, I'm sure. They're just checking it out, really. Come on. It won't, I wish it would sit up on that ledge there. It's too wide. Come on. Well, I'm gonna let them figure it out. I'll check later. I may have to move it if they won't go in it there. See, I could spray them and it'll just kill the ones that it makes contact with. But I've been doing that and that hasn't seemed to do the job. There's more out here every day, not as many today. Y'all saw how many was here the other day. Oh my gosh, you couldn't even see the ground. So, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe that'll work better in the long run. Say, them old ants over there, kitty, aren't they? Yeah, I really kind of needed it today to be mowed. It's not horrible or anything, real high. But maybe they'll do it tomorrow. Maybe they'll skip this week. I don't know. I know I was kind of glad they skipped a week last month because there was going to be 5 weeks in it. And, I think he did that to help out in a way, because that would have been another extra one for 1 month. It'd been 5 times. It would have been a little expensive. So, pretty nice day. It's real humid and warm. It feels like it's about 80 some, 80, 82. I meant to get out here and trim a couple more of these hedges, but I didn't get around to it today. What you doing there? You having fun? You all comfortable? She fills this thing up, but she's got so much fur. She's not as big as she looks in there. She's got room. We'd like to get her a bigger one. I don't know if they even make a bigger one of these, but we can't afford another one. She's fine in there, you can tell. She's laying there. She lays in stuff way smaller than that in the house. She gets in boxes. She loves laying in little boxes where she's just, she's just smashed in there. So this is really roomy for her. She looks comfortable to me, doesn't she, kitty? You comfortable? Yeah, you are. There's a dove up there. I don't know if you can see it very good or not. So yeah, I thought I was going to have to water today. It takes a while if you use the hose. It's easier with the hose, but I tend to put more water down with the hose than I do if I just use the pitchers. But it takes probably at least a half hour, 40 minutes if I do it right, really soak them good. I meant to look on Amazon for those soaker hoses. I hadn't really thought to look at it. I've been so busy. There's the helicopter coming from the hospital, it looks like. I don't like to see that. That's where the hospital is over there. Well, I don't want to run this too late, but hope you enjoyed the little garden update and walk and talk with Kitty. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. Hit that bell notification so you get all our videos as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.